Yes, I'm Gary Hosea. I served from 1972 to 1992 in the U.S. Army in various positions in intelligence and administration, in special forces, on armored cav regiment, on the Czech border when we still had a wall. Uh, I've developed training methods for FBI agents, for German border police. Uh, I've been a counterterrorism expert. I will never use my position, if elected, for city council. I believe that we need better community policing. I don't know why Mr. Anthony has not provided, or as an insight, as a captain, to gain. He's directly addresses the sheriff all the time, and why that we don't have better community policing now, and why he wants to run for city council and get us better community policing. Up to the post commander and where the city is and where the county is, and what he's told me was that the only time anybody talks from the city or the county to the base in Ellis is when they want something. I believe we need to change that dynamic, if you will, to where we're partners. Just like we need to be partners in education. We're the Metro and the police department. Right now, if something minor happens at school, unless it's like a gun or something like that, the police, school police, report it to the administrators. The administrators put it under the carpet. That should have stopped a long time ago. It hasn't stopped. Mr. Anthony, as the captain of the police department, hasn't stopped it. Our sheriff hasn't stopped it. We need to hold these people responsible. I've been involved in finding the 4th North Korean tunnel on March 3rd, 1990. 2 days before my birthday, the North Korean tunnel was opened up. I've been involved in the rescue of Brigadier General, at that time Brigadier General Dozier in Italy. I've been involved in developing other things with counterterrorism on Fort Polk, Louisiana. Instead of having just a normal hostage scene, using chemical type components to have a chemical type of atmosphere, and going there so we can train our people better. And this was back in the 1980s. I've looked at ways we can improve Clark County and also the city. And I think we need something like a better transportation system. Thank you.
Thank you. Glenn Trowbridge.
Thank you. I'm a 30-year resident of Las Vegas. I've lived in Ward 4 for 20 years. I've been married to the same woman for 28 years. I bring to the City Council a rather unique background, a combination of public and private experience. Public experience, I've served in positions all the way from an assistant city manager to a director of personnel, director of labor relations, director of Parks and Rec for the last 17 years prior to retirement with Clark County. I retired in August of '01 and went to work helping Safe Nest raise money for the victims of domestic violence. When that volunteer activity got to be 60 hours a week, I decided I'd just as well go get a full-time paid job. So I started representing the Nevada electrical contractors in their dealings with governmental agencies, whether it's bidding on the contract, contracting irregularities, getting people paid, pulling inspections, permits, those types of things. Dealt with the state labor commissioner, OSHA issues, a wide variety of things that some of the smaller contractors did not have paid staff or experience enough to deal with. I worked on their behalf. Worked for working families and workers to make sure that they did in fact get the money that they were supposed to be paid. Out of college, I went in the Air Force to be a pilot, flunked the physical in about 15 minutes. Good enough to go on active duty, but not good enough to fly, thank you very much. So as a 22-year-old second lieutenant, they put me behind a desk and sent me to Alaska, where I served a remote duty assignment. Don't laugh, it was awful. And then I came home and they put me in San Antonio. So I got out of the service, we parted company, and I went back to San Diego where I earned my master's degree on the GI Bill. I feel very strongly that in Nevada we have a higher than average proportion of veterans. 1 in 9 Nevadans is a veteran. That brings us up to almost 350,000 people in the state are veterans, men and women. And I think that we need to, as a city, do some more. One of the things I do support is the Veterans Court. I support efforts to combat veterans homelessness. We've got almost 12,000 homeless people in this county, and over 25% of them are vets. I think that's just pathetic if someone can go in the military, put their life on the line, and come home and not have a place to sleep. I think we also need to be as kind as we can in terms of families and helping returning veterans, be they active duty or reservists or on active duty, adjust to civilian life or to simply being back in the States. It's not an easy transition to go from full flare of combat to picking up the kids at the Little League game. Things happen that need to be addressed. Veterans can use our help in so many different ways, whether it's a one-stop hospital that we can certainly use, or whether it's something else the city could be more actively involved in. That's perhaps programs like the hard hats or helmets to hard hats rather, where we can help people transition from military into like public safety jobs, police and fire, teaching jobs. We don't do much about that, but we can facilitate the overall program, and also getting people with the interest and the aptitude involved in our skilled crafts. The discipline that people learn in the military can be brought to them in the private sector. I know that because when I was in private business, my wife and I had small businesses for over 15 years between the two of us. Keep going, you say it. And so we've provided jobs for people, and we always look for veterans because of the reliability. That kind of sums up my background here, but my goals for the City Council is to take care of the first and foremost problem, which is balance the budget.
We're running out of time here.
Okay.
Well, we'd like to thank the three of you gentlemen for being a part of this interview. Thank you very much, and good luck to all three.
Good luck.